York sports. Coming to a field near you. What's up, peoples? Big Lou, I see you, baby. Hustling Kings, I see you. Share this video, Lou. Get me saying that. Hustling Kings, man. And listen to the video in the beginning. I got something to offer for everybody that's trying to do something. I'm ready to put them on the platform so they shit can be out there. All right, Lou? Keep that in mind. We're gonna have a great show like we do every week, open sessions. I'm letting the room fill up a little bit before I get it going, man. TGI Friday, don't drink and drive. Enjoy your weekend. Let me set it off for you, man. Let me set it off, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Let's get this started, man. Let's get this started here. Got a kind of a headache today, but it's all good, man. I ain't gonna let that stop me, man. Shout out to everybody, man. You know what I'm saying? TGI Friday, Al York Sports Open Sessions. We got 4 callers today. I always try to keep it as interesting as possible for all the sports aficionados, man. Y'all know how we do. Steve Levine, I see you, baby. I see you. Shout out to the East Coast, West Coast, Midwest, Las Vegas, New York City. LES to the death. Triple H. Hold up, they almost blocked my video. What the hell's going on here? Let me do it again. Shout out to the East Coast, West Coast, Midwest, Las Vegas, New York City, LES to the death, Triple H Entertainment, Syndicate Radio, TV, D Beeman. To my beloveds, the Specialist, the Secret Weapon, and the Dog Catcher. Credit Fix, never too late to get your credit fix. IG me, inbox me, email me at al.newyork@yahoo.com. Get your credit fix. And to everybody that's building a brand new business, trying to get their business out there, hit me up. I can do something for you at the beginning of the video, but you got to inbox me so we can discuss and get you what you need to get, man. Let me put your shit out there and hit up multiple peoples with your information so you have a better chance of winning. And with that, let's go right into the sports topics. We got to start off with the NFL. The NFL broke in yesterday. It wasn't the most exciting game, but I was definitely excited to see football back as the champions Kansas City Chiefs defeated the Houston Texans 34-20. The Texans got out early 7-zip, and Chiefs scored something like 31 unanswered points, and they end up winning 34-20. I'm just glad that football's back. Now I can honestly say that shit feels normal for the first time in a long time. Because this pandemic shit got me up to my neck already, man. But I can honestly say right now, with all these, events happening, from the MLB to the NHL, to the NBA, to the WNBA, to the UFC, and now we got the NFL kicking in, and hopefully we can sustain and finish the season like we're doing with every other sport. So yesterday, the Chiefs started off with a blast, 34-20. In a few minutes, I'm going to call the Dog Catcher. We're going to have free plays for all you guys. We went 3-0 last week. The engines are starting to rem up. So now that the engines are remming up, it's time to jump on these picks, watch a great show, and give free money on TGI Friday. What else the fuck your niggas want? Your dudes want. Let me change that. What else the fuck your dudes want? And with that, let's go to other news, man. Where I put that at? Jalen Ramsey just signed a lucrative contract to stay with the Los Angeles Rams for a lucrative deal. Ramsey got 5 years for 105 M's. They are throwing money out now to every position player. 71.2 guaranteed money for Jalen Ramsey, who to me is just a real good corner. I could imagine what the hell they paid Deion Sanders or Lester Hayes or Champ Bailey, Darryl Green. Imagine what kind of money these guys would be making in this era. If you giving Ramsey 105 M's, Deion Sanders would easily get 200 to 300 M's if he played in this era right here. Real fucking talk, man. In other news, Billy Donovan, OKC Thunder, who I thought did a terrific job. I don't think he could. You can ask no more of him. I mean, he had help from Chris Paul, who was kind of like an on-court coach on top of Billy Donovan. And from my understanding, I had a great talk with one of my fellow peers. We thinking that Billy the Kid is going to find his way to the Sixers with Chris Paul. Now, I'm not guaranteed on that. Me and my boy spoke about that, and that's what we thinking right now. He separated mutually with the OKC. I thought Billy could have stood there. Them young boys were playing hard. But if you think about it, if Chris Paul leaves, Chris Paul was the engine of that young team. And if he's out, then it's going to be all hell for Donovan because they won't have no leaders. So from my understanding, from the breakdown we had today, it looks like Paul's going to go to Philly, though they got Ben Simmons over there. But they're going to work something where Ben Simmons can play the 2, though he can't shoot. Paul play the 1, which he can shoot. And they can fix that there with Billy the Kid Donovan. And now 76ers got what you call a real good coach, a real good floor general. And if you the Sixers, this is what you want. Steve Levine, I know you loving every minute of this right here. Billy Donovan has coached 400 total games. He's 243 and 147. He's hitting at 60.8 winning percentage for a team that was less than mediocre. But I understand he had good plays before that. That's when he got his record up there. But he still had a real good 2 years with players that definitely overachieved. These players overachieved. Okay, now, so real quick before I start getting to my phone calls, the Vegas Knights lost 3-2 to the Dallas Stars. The Stars are up 2-1 in this series. My man, the dog catcher, gave out the Stars to win it all. He got a 6-1 offer on that bet. So that means if you lay 1,000, you win 6. You lay 100, you win 600. I'm personally going to hedge out if they get to the Stanley Cup. But I like the most so beating the Knights. Though I'm from Vegas, like I said, I'm not crossing over. I don't bet with my heart. I bet with what I think's going to happen. And y'all going to see when I go against my Cowboys that I'm not lying. And in the other series, the Lightning are up 2-0 against the Islanders. I'm predicting the Lightning will win in 5. And I'm predicting the Dallas Stars will probably win in 6 or 7 games. But that's the dog catchers give out. So I don't want no credit for that. The dog catcher gave me that. And I agree with him. And that's where we at with that. And talking about the dog catcher, let me call him up and get this party started, man. Nobody go nowhere, guys, because we got a lot of stuff coming for y'all. Give me a minute here. TGI Friday, everybody. I hope everybody's enjoying their Friday. Thank you for tuning in to the Open Session Show. And like I said, I'm not going to disappoint. Headache and everything. Because I got a major headache right now, but I'm going to get through today. That's why you ain't seen all that extra, celebrating before my video. My head is steaming right now.
Hello.
Dog catcher.
What's happening?
That time of the week. Do you got your phones on? Or you sounding like water again?
Oh no. I got my thing in right now.
You got the pause in?
Yep.
Okay, real quick. Last week, we started off 6-11. You did say you love these 3 plays, right?
That's right.
And you got a hat trick. Congratulations. 3-0. All the games won, finishing up with Brigham Young, killing Navy. You took them on the money line. They won 55-3. Now, we're 9-11. And we actually plus units now, 1.6 units. So I'm telling everybody tuning in, this is the time to jump on for the free plays. And now I'm going to start giving my special teasers since football came back in. So you're going to get the dog catcher and you're going to get my special teasers. Dog catcher, let's set it off. We got 10 minutes. Start off with your free plays first, buddy.
Man, I'm gonna go with the four piece, dog. I'm going with the 4-piece. I'm gonna give them 4 winners. Fuck it.
You throwing 4 games? Just give 3, because I got to give 1.
Okay, give you 3.
Yeah, give us the best 3.
Okay,
We don't want to give them too many games now.
I was gonna give them 3 for Sunday and 1 tonight, because I like the D-backs on the first 5 tonight. The D-backs first 5 innings.
Okay, Arizona first 5 innings. You have to give me a line. I told you that.
Even money.
Okay,
Even
MLB,
money.
Arizona Diamondbacks first 5 innings. If you don't know what that means, leave it the fuck alone. For those who know, first 5 innings. Let's go. Let's pick it up because we got other topics to handle.
Okay, then I'm gonna go with the Panthers plus the 3 against the Raiders.
Carolina, I like that. Plus 3 on Sunday. Teddy, we got Teddy Bridgewater and company. Let's go.
That's right. How many you want? You want 2 or 3 NFL? What you want?
No, give me one more. Just give out 3.
Okay.
We ain't gotta give out too much.
I'll go Denver. I'll go with the Denver Broncos on Monday night, but no Von Miller.
Denver Broncos plus 2 Monday night. No LeVar Miller. He's really reaching in on this one. They're losing their best defensive guy, who Miller's their quarterback defensively, and he's still jumping on the Denver Broncos. That's how we do on the Al York Sports Show. So those are your 3 plays. Copy?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm giving you guys a 2-team 7-point teaser. You don't know what that means? Go online, look it up. Real simple. You either bring your team up 7 or bring them down 7. First part of the 2-team teaser, both of them have to hit so that you can win. We're going to bring the Indianapolis Colts from 7.5, 8. Whatever number you got, 7.5, 8, down to either 1 or a half, minus a half. So that means they just basically got to win the game. That's the first part of the teaser. The second part of the teaser, I was bugging, bouncing my head around, and I decided to say, you know what? I got to go Jimmy G and company, bring them from 7 to a pick 'em. Kansas City won opening night. That was the Super Bowl contest. I'll be damned if the 49ers lose the Super Bowl and then lose on opening night. So I'm going to take 2-team 7-point teaser. We're taking the Colts minus a half or 1 and the 49ers out of pick 'em. Copy?
Yes, sir.
So that's our 4 plays, 4 free plays on the Al York Sports Show. Now we're going to go to the topic at hand. Your Houston Rockets, who you picked, and they still haven't lost. I'm going to tell you what's messing up your pick, dog. And it's clear cut. It's James fucking Harden. Where do we start with James Harden? Talk to the peoples.
Where don't we start?
Exactly.
That motherfucking man, he act like a superstar, he talk like a superstar, but he ain't playing like no superstar right now. He not playing like a max player, like they paid him. He out there walking up the court. How the fuck you score 2 buckets in the playoffs and you're the leading scorer on the team?
Dog, and in deja vu, didn't he do the same against San Antonio when he played that whole game? And what he had, like 6, 8 fucking points?
Same song and dance, dog. He disappointed me. I got a lot of money on that dumb motherfucker.
We know. Chuck Thomas. That's why we talking about it. I know you. When Big Dogs bring Houston, I know you didn't agree with it, but you see how we keep it on my show. He's letting you know he got a lot of money on him. We're not running. That's one thing we don't do on this show. We're not running. Go ahead, dog catcher.
Yeah, I mean, they look terrible. I mean, at Game 3, when they lost Game 3, I give them that. That's fine. They tried.
They should have won that game, by the way, but go ahead.
They had them. But this last game, this motherfucker Harden, once he started missing free throws in the first quarter, aiming at the rim and shit, I said, oh, fuck. He don't want to play today. He don't want to play.
Bro, why does it seem that he comes up small in the biggest games? Why does it seem like that? And then not only that, let me add on. Hold up. Let me add on. Why does he look disinterested?
That's what I'm saying.
No, he was getting the rock. I swear to God. We all know James Harden's a gunner. We all know that. I never seen him be the first man off the dribble and kick it out so much in my life. Never.
This motherfucker passing the ball. He
had a layup and he kicked it out 2 or 3 when they were down like 4. I'm like, what the hell you doing, James?
Man, he don't want. I think he want. I think he don't like. I think you know what it is. Now I think I know what it is. Something with Dan Tony, something with the team. He just trying to just fuck it up because something ain't right.
Dog,
he ain't even playing.
It cannot be everybody's fault but him. He ran Chris Paul out of town. And you see what Chris Paul did with the Thunder. And Chris Paul wanted nothing more than to bump the Houston Rockets. And that guy did a tremendous. I got so much props for CP3. I stopped liking CP3 when he was stealing them 40 M's. But let me tell you something. These last 2 seasons in OKC, I got nothing but respect for CP3, dog. He done took his game to the next level, hitting all the clutch shots. And talking about CP3, I mentioned it with one of my peers, Mr. Chuck Thomas, Buck Flair, that we thinking him and Billy Donovan are going off to the East Coast in the Eastern Conference, and they're going to wind up with the Philadelphia 76ers. Do you have any information on that, or did you hear anything about that, Dog Catcher?
Hey, that's news to me. News flash as of right now.
Yeah, and it makes sense. Think about it. I understand Ben Simmons is the 1. They're going to have to make Ben Simmons the 2. It's going to be funny because he's going to be the 2, but he don't shoot no jump shots. Chris Paul's the one that's going to be pulling up. But I can see that working. I can see Ben and Paul working because one of them is money from outside, and that's Chris Paul. And then if you get Billy the Kid Donovan over there with that team they got now, I can see the Sixers making noise. Can you see that?
1,000%.
Okay, let's move on.
1,000%.
The Greek Freak got bumped out in the 2nd round. My understanding, you a true believer that Giannis Okatempo is staying in Milwaukee. Explain to us why you thinking that.
One thing I've been doing lately is watching them damn early shows, them First Take and all that when the bubble's been playing, when they've been playing in the bubble. And I noticed one thing about Greek Freak. A lot of the analysts and sportscasters like Stephen A. and Matt Kellerman, they speak on him a lot. And I've always noticed the next game he plays in, he kind of does what people insist on him doing. That tells me he cares what other people think.
Got
in a way.
Got you. I see where you're going with it.
So I don't think he would want to be bashed like he saw others get bashed. So that's the reason why I think he would stay in Milwaukee, to try to break the cycle like everybody else leaving. He just wants to get one by himself because I just really think he's involved in what everybody else's opinion is. So that's what I think.
Okay, what I think, this is a tough subject because they have one of the best records, which it kind of tells you that him and that team fit together. But my assumption is when it comes playoff time and the lights are on, like the lights are on me right now, they tend to, they piss their pants, man. They cannot help Giannis in the big playoff game. I mean, they'll get through a round like you've seen they got through the first round. But once they start becoming like a team that could ball, Middleton don't show up. Bledsoe don't show up. You understand? The only one that really showed up a little bit was the old school Marvin Williams and Lopez from time to time when Giannis wasn't there. But you notice how they all became a team once he left the lineup. Like when they won that game 4 without him since the first quarter, they all united. Right. They felt like they had to unite, them against the world. Right. So what I'm saying is, I see Giannis leaving, and it's not the worst thing for Milwaukee, believe it or not, because they probably just got to get another star who fits what they're doing, because it seems like the Greek Freak is not fitting, man. Dog, you see him out there trying to do everything? It looked like he was trying to do everything, dog.
Dog, it looked crazy.
Come on,
They
dog.
just standing
You getting
there,
the
they just
rebound and
sitting.
you going coast to coast. You fucking doing that
The whole
Euro
deep-
step against 3 guys that are like this, waiting on the offensive foul. Like, it ain't gonna
So
work,
they're
man.
waiting
They're
on
not
him to
winning
come.
nothing over there. Yeah.
They're waiting on him to come in the key, dog. They're waiting on him. He's just sitting right in the key, waiting on him.
That's what I'm saying. And if he kicks it out, it's been proven in these big games that Middleton don't hit, Bledsoe's not hitting, Wesley Matthews is not hitting. Come on, dog. Like, you cannot lose 4 games to 1 to a 5th seed when you number 1. And if somebody go, yeah, but Giannis got hurt. He got hurt after they were down 3-0. So what the fuck you saying? What are you saying?
Yeah.
They were down 3-0,
Bledsoe
and they
killed
would have probably got swept if he would have played that whole game. Because Miami would have been more to want to bang him out. Because once he wasn't there, it felt like they started laxing. You didn't get that impression?
Right.
It felt like they were laxing.
Right.
So I'm going to say the Greek Freaks, he goes. If I have to choose 2 teams, I'm going to use my man's analogy. I like, matter of fact, I want to hear what you want to say. If he leaves, where does he go? I like what you said. What up, Suge?
He gonna pull a KD and go take his ass down to Miami.
Hold on. Let
To the
them hear
team
you.
that beat him.
Let them hear you.
He gonna pull a KD, take his ass down to Miami.
So he's going to do
and
what
join
Kevin
the team
Durant,
that beat him.
what Kevin Durant did when he left OKC and went with Dub Nation. He's going to leave Milwaukee and go to South Beach, right?
To the team that beat him.
Dog, that don't sound too bad. Just picture the Greek Freak over there. Now, I got different scenarios. I think Golden State's going to make a hard push for him. I don't know if they could give him the most money, but when they tell him, we're just you away from going to another 3 out of the next 5 championships, LeBron's getting older, and the only competition is going to be basically the Clippers. So I can see Golden State. I can see that as a fit. And this sounds funny, but I also could see him in a Boston uniform. Maybe he want to keep it green. He might want to keep it green. And if he goes to Boston,
gonna tell you,
yeah, dog.
if you go to Boston,
Yeah.
no, if you go to Boston, what?
He might want to keep it green.
Yeah, I think so.
Like if Boston don't win this year, which I don't think they're going to win it all, I can see them advancing to the chip, but I can see them losing in the chip. They might be Giannis away from making it to like the next 3-4 championships. That's real talk. Giannis is that good, but Giannis has to fit. Giannis has to trust people. He has to do that Euro step, kick it out, and not force it in all the time, causing those offensive fouls because he does not trust the people around him. And that's bottom line. He loves them. Yes, he does love them, but he don't trust them. And that's why I think Okotempo is out of Milwaukee. Okay, so any last words? Because I got other callers, big dogs.
I just don't think Giannis want no smoke in that West. I think he want to hide his ass in that East.
You know
He
what,
don't
that
want no
smoke?
smoke in that West.
Yeah,
Nah,
but if
he
you
hide
pull
his
him
ass
with
in
them
that
3
East.
Hall of Famers over there, why not?
He got to get exposed. He going to get exposed.
Let
He
me tell
already
you
getting
something.
exposed.
Let me tell you something. If he go to Golden State, after game 1, he's gonna know he made the right decision. Because while he's beating that guy to the hole, and he either kicks it at Klay Thompson or Curry, and he sees how water these guys are, he's gonna be like, this life is easy. I'm stealing money and I'm playing with a bunch of champions, just like KD when he went over there. Life was so great for KD until my man Draymond Green checked him. But yo, dog catcher, let me move on. I got other calls. We got those free picks. You did a great job last week, 3-0. Try to go 3-0 this week. I threw in the teaser. Let's go 4-0, dog. You know how we do on the Al York, baby. Copy?
Let's do it. Let's do it. Don't sleep on my damn stars either.
Yeah, Dallas Stars. I already put it out there that you gave them out. I'll put that out there in the beginning.
right,
So hold your head, dog,
right,
and let's
dog.
get them, baby. Let's get them.
All right, baby.
All right, baby. Okay. All right, guys. Let me go to my next caller. Damn, man, this thing goes so quick. We already almost halfway in the show, man. It's too easy, man. It's too easy. It's too much fun. And when I'm dealing with individuals like you guys that love this game, love the sports, it just makes it too easy. Like Giannis is going to have it in Golden State. I'm going to keep it thirsty like that. Let me see what my man that. Yo, Greg Drake. Greg Drake, if you can see me, baby, hit me up. I'm trying to find your number here. I don't know what the hell's going on. Okay, here we go. Here we go. I'm coming, Greg Drake. I'm coming.
Yo, what's up, Al?
Greg Drake, what it do, baby? How you doing, man?
Man, just slow motion today. Just trying to relax a little bit. Long week.
Great.
But now football season's here. I want to enjoy some football.
Okay,
Keyword, I want to enjoy it.
Okay, let me start off. Don't say nothing else. Let me start off. You had an interesting post the other day. That's why I called you. Copy? And
Copy.
The post I read up, you said something about all major sports has become a huge disappointment. Now, when you wrote that, I took that in so many different ways. So what I want you to do right now, Mr. Drake, is elaborate to my viewers and explain what you meant by that.
Oh, okay. So a lot of people are not going to agree with what I'm saying, but this is just my opinion and how I see it.
Listen, I always say, look, hold up, Drake. I got to say this. My man Humpty will be the first to tell you. This is why we do this show. Everybody has an opinion. Opinions are like assholes. Everybody got one, dog. So speak your mind.
Absolutely.
Speak your mind.
Look, when it comes to sports is entertainment.
Copy.
And when I want to watch sports, I'm not concerned about nobody's political point of view or anything else. Man, look, I'm out in these streets. I'm on the phones for my business. I'm in the streets. I do Uber part-time here and there. And everybody wants to talk about politics, coronavirus, the elections, and all this stuff, man. And you hear it all the time.
Okay, so let me cut in real quick. I'm on the phone. Let me cut in real quick. So what you're saying is, when you go home, you just want to watch an old-fashioned game, and you don't want to hear all that other all that Black Lives Matter, equality, this and that, racist. You don't want to hear none of that when you're watching your games. Am I correct?
That's it. And that's all I'm saying is that I'm saying I just don't want to see it. I want to relax. I want to crack open the beer, watch a game. I want to smoke one. But I want to relax.
Right.
I don't want to think about all that. That's my escape. Football's my escape. Baseball's my escape.
Yep.
Sometimes the NBA, college basketball, that's my escape from the trials and tribulations of society. I don't want to hear all that. I don't want to see you making those statements. I just want to relax. So when I said that, all sports has become political.
Copy.
Because of the times that we're in. I just don't want to. I don't want to hear. I hear it all day long.
Copy.
That's what I was saying.
So basically, enough is enough.
For me, it is.
Yeah, enough is enough. Like
I don't want to hear it. Enough is enough.
We got to deal with all that stuff, and now it's basically like this. Basically, what you're saying is you deal with all these headaches outside, then you go home and you got to argue with the wife too. So saying that is saying that you got to see all that while you watching sports. So I got you. That's a great point. That's a great point. You had me a little confused there because when I see that all major sports are the disappointment, and I see this NBA. And this job that they doing is such an incredible job. I was like, hold up, I got to check them on that because I'm kind of confused here. But you elaborated. I appreciate it. It makes total sense. Few people that are viewing understand, and they understand what you're saying, and they agree with you, Mr. Drake. So that's a great point. Let's just go home and let us watch our games at peace, correct?
Exactly.
Got you, brother. Got you.
That's all we saying.
Okay, so can we move on? Or you got anything else you want to add on?
Hey, man, that's about it, man. I just want to enjoy my game. That's it.
Okay.
I mean, all the other drama, all that stuff.
where it belongs. Take it to the courthouses, take it to the legislators, the sports day. Let's enjoy the game,
Copy.
whatever it may be.
Copy. I'm with you. To be honest with you, it don't really bother me because I'm the type, once the game is on, I block all that shit out my way. But I know what you're saying. You tired of it. Listen, you're entitled to feel the way you feel. Me personally, I just push that to the side. And once the game is on, it's off and popping to me. But I totally understand you. Hold on, let me fix this right here. Here we go. You got that Boston-Toronto game going on. Okay, I'm going to say one big word to you, and I want you to tell me what the first thing that comes in your mind. Copy?
Okay.
Las Vegas Raiders.
AFC West champions.
Wow. Wow. So you answer my next question. What should we expect from the Raiders? So you're saying they're gonna be the Western Conference champions? You're saying, or they division?
They're gonna win the AFC West.
The AFC West, I meant. So you like them just to
They're
win?
gonna win the West.
Wow, that's pretty big, bro. That's pretty big. You got them over the Chiefs.
Here's why. Yes, they go. You know what? They gonna get the Chiefs this year.
Okay.
Chiefs didn't look that good last night, but their fan base is saying they got a beast of the running back. You can't say somebody's a beast after one game. If that's the case, last year Sammy Watkins should have been the next Julio Jones when he had the 3 touchdown catches against Cincinnati or somebody like that.
Yeah, he had 3 touchdowns.
Jacksonville.
He had 3 touchdowns opening night. Opening day. Yeah, I remember that. But I'm going to tell you what's scary. The Chiefs didn't look that impressive, and they still blew them out. You understand what I'm saying?
True.
So if they didn't look like they was on a A game, I know Mahomes wasn't. Mahomes only threw for 211. Like, they basically ran that young guy, Clyde Edwards. They ran him the whole game. But my thing is, if they blowing you out and they didn't even bring the A game, I mean, think about that, man. What that tells you. You feel me? You ain't trying to hear that, right?
I feel you.
You ain't trying to hear that? That don't mean nothing to you. That don't mean nothing to you that they play like an average game and blew out a decent team. That doesn't hold no weight for you then, right?
Hey, if you look at that game, I watched that game. How did Houston look offensively? They didn't look good at all.
So you give no credit to the Chiefs defense.
That defense, after that touchdown that David Johnson ran, after that touchdown, and the Chiefs had that stuff figured out, even though they went to a quick offense, man, Deshaun Watson didn't look like he deserved all that money he got. He didn't.
Yeah, he really didn't show up yesterday. I expected him to have a lot more passing yardage, drop back a little more. They kind of have him. It looked like he was being extra conservative. When you're going to play the Chiefs, you got to let it all go like they did in that playoff game when they had that big-ass lead and then crumbled. If you got a big lead like that, then you get conservative. But if you ain't got a lead, you can't be conservative out the gate. So O'Brien he had a bad game plan. It was really a boring game, but I was just happy to have the NFL back, and I was extremely happy about that. But real quick, we got about 5 more minutes. What I can say about your Las Vegas Raiders, y'all picked up Devontae Booker. Josh Jacobs is coming into another year. Real good running back out of Alabama. You got offensive tackle Sam Young, receiver Nelson Aguilar, and I love Henry Ruggs III, the young guy you picked up from Alabama. And you also got a veteran in Jason Witten. So you guys got names over there. You got talent over there. My thing, I don't trust Derek Carr. I'm going to be honest with you. And I'm not even going to bring up Marcus Mariota as a backup. You know I already ripped
Don't do that to me.
I'm not even going to go with Marcus Mariota. But real quick, is Derek Carr ready to operate this engine and take them where they need to get to? Holla at us.
Derek Carr can do the job, but
see, when you say but, you already
you don't have a legitimate number 1 receiver.
Yeah, but they got guys though. They got Aguilar, Henry Ruggs the third. They got another guy over there that I can't remember off the back. They got some good receivers, but there's no marquee name. But these guys can. You're gonna see how good Ruggs is as soon as he get on that field. That kid is an animal. I love his story on his background. If I'm correct, he had his best friend died through a motorcycle, a car accident. Something. Yeah, something like that. I love stories like that because guys like that lay it out day in and day out. And he's actually playing for his friend. So just remember that name, Henry Ruggs III. I'm telling you, before he even steps on the field, he's going to be big for you guys if Derek Carr can get him the ball. If Derek Carr can get him the ball. So real quick, 4 more minutes left. Give us a prediction on your record for the Las Vegas Raiders.
They're gonna win the division 11-5.
11-5.
They're gonna go 11-5. They're gonna win 11-5. They're gonna get the Chiefs. Because the problem with the Chiefs, if you get ahead of them on points, you cannot throttle back. That's what the Niners did. That's what the Titans did. They let up. You got to keep your foot on their throat. They didn't do it.
Well, I'm going to tell you one thing. I'm going to tell you where I think you messed up already. You ready? You said 11-5. You trying to tell me the Chiefs ain't winning at least 12, 13 games this year? Unless barring injury.
I'll go.
Big Jonas, I see you, baby.
I'll do you one better.
Talk to me.
The Chiefs are not going to win 13 games this year. They're not going to do it.
I got people
and here's
saying,
why.
I got people saying 14.
Here's why.
I got people saying 14-2, 13-3. I said 12-4. I'm trying to be more realistic. But to say 11-5, I think they cleared at 11-5. I mean, they wins for the year, if I was correct, I think was about 12, right? 12 and a half, something like that. So, I mean, all that don't mean nothing. You still got to win the games. But what I'm just saying is, if you're saying the Raiders are going 11-5, I'm calling it right now on my show, Chiefs are winning that division. Now, if you would have said the Raiders 12-4, then I would have said, you know what, that's kind of what I got the Chiefs at. So we can either have a draw there or maybe, you know, head-to-head or whatever. But if you're saying 11-5, I'm guaranteeing it on my show. As long as Pat Mahomes don't go down or one of their big players, Kelsey or Hill, they winning at least 12 games this year, the Kansas City Chiefs. Copy?
I disagree.
Okay.
I'd rather under promise and over deliver.
Okay, I'm glad you disagree. You know why? Because I don't forget. Yeah, I don't forget. So I will bring you back on the show, and I'm gonna have you talk for me. I'm not even gonna say nothing. You're gonna tell everybody that I said they're gonna win more than 11 games. That's all I want. If you could do that, I'll be very appreciated. And Felix Jacino, my buddy, said 10-6. That's kind of what I'm looking at. But Greg Drake, I gotta hang up. You got anything last you want to say, buddy? Great job, by the way. Superior job. Any last words?
My last words, man, it's good to be back on the Al York Sports Show, man. It's good talking to you again. I look forward to seeing you on Monday.
Likewise, my brother. Great job. Great topic, too. You took it out the box, and I appreciate that, brother. Copy?
Copy, my brother.
Okay.
Have a great one.
You too. Enjoy your weekend, TGI Friday. Don't drink and drive. Talk to you soon.
Hey.
That's Greg Drake, guys. He used to be a regular caller. He hasn't called in a while. I'm glad he got back, though, man. I love talking to that dude. He always speaks facts like a lot of us on the show do on a daily basis. And that's what's going to separate us, guys, from a lot of people is that we keep it 100 on my shit, man. If it ain't 100, I want nothing to do with it. If you bring a topic up in my show and it ain't 100, I want nothing to do with it. I'm telling y'all right now.
What's going on?
Gambino, we got 10 minutes. I'm sorry to press you for time. We got to get right on it because I got to get to my man, Felix Jacino, 10 minutes after this here. We did AFC last week. We doing NFC this week. Let me give you last year's records. Last year, we're going to go NFC East. The Eagles with 9-7, Cowboys 8-8, Giants 4-12, Washington 3-13. The North, Packers 13-3, Vikings 10-6, Bears 8-8, Lions 3-12. The South, Saints 13-3, Falcons 7-9, Bucks 7-9, Panthers 5-11. Panthers. And in the West, Niners 13-3, Seahawks 11-5, Rams 9-7, Cardinals 5-10. Now we're gonna flip the mode. We're gonna go to this year's predictions. And I'm gonna start with the Eagles with you. What's your predictions on the Philadelphia Eagles? And if you want to mention any new acquisitions the team got, why are you thinking that way? We just got to make it quick because we got about 8 minutes approximately. Shoot.
Okay. Well, I think that the Eagles are going to go 5-11. I think they're going to have a pretty good defense, but their offense is going to be terrible.
My man, hold on. Where do you get 5-11?
5-11.
Gambino, sometimes you come out with stuff that makes me just wonder, but go ahead. You know, that is your opinion. So 5-11, real quick. Why? Why?
They just lost their offense. They just lost an offensive tackle for the year. Number one. Number two, they haven't replaced Alshon Jeffrey. Just Deshaun Jackson, I believe, got cut. And if he didn't get cut, he's definitely not the same player. And the run game really isn't that great. They got a young boy out of
TCU that can cause separation. He's kind of like a Deshaun Jackson type. I didn't hear that D-Jax got cut. If he got cut, well, they got somebody very similar. But go ahead, real quick. I got the Eagles 9-7. My boy Felix Chicino posted the same thing. You got 5-11, correct?
5-11.
Okay, so you already set your point. Now we going to the Dallas Cowboys. Talk.
I think the Dallas Cowboys go 12-4.
Wow, that's my team too.
I think that the only thing that's prohibiting the Dallas Cowboys from making the jump from a contending team in the NFC to a Super Bowl contending team in the NFC is a safety, whether it be a strong safety or a free safety. And I have to believe with the salary dump that they made this week with DeMarcus Lawrence and Zach Martin's contract, that they need to put some of that money and bring in Earl Thomas on a 1-year deal.
Okay, let's hurry up. So, we're gonna be on this for most of the time. We gotta blow through this. So you got 12-4, correct?
That is correct.
Okay, I got 10-6. If they win this Sunday night, then I got 11-5. But you know what? I can't do that if. Like I said, if my sister had balls, she'll be a man. So we're not doing ifs. I'm gonna run with the 10-6. I'm gonna do, even though I think if they beat the Rams this week, they'll go 11-5. But I'm gonna go 10-6 for the Cowboys. The Giants, real quick. We're just gonna go records with the bottom feeders, and then the top we could talk a little bit. Giants, real quick. What's your record for the Giants? Cam, get you. I see you, baby. What you got?
Giants will go 3-13.
Oh my God, you real bad, dog. I got the Giants going 6-10. I think they get a few wins under their belt late games. That they pull out late, but they just not ready overall to me. I just think they're not ready overall. I'm gonna go 6-10. Redskins real fast.
I think the Redskins are actually going to be the most improved team in the division outside of the Cowboys. I think the Redskins are going to kind of go 8-8 or 9-7, to be honest with you.
So you trust in Haskins is what you're telling me?
I'm more trusting the defense than I am trusting Haskins. I think he's going to develop, but I do think that the defense under Jack Del Rio is going to definitely be a much improved defense, and I think they're going to surprise a lot of teams this year.
Okay, we got 5 minutes, so we got to kind of run through it. I'm sorry. Time goes so quick here because we have so much fun on my show, dog. Packers, real fast. We're not going to talk about nothing because we ain't got time for that. Let's go through the records. Packers.
Packers, I think you're going to go 11-5.
Okay, that's about the only one to me that makes total sense from all of them you picked so far, in my opinion. I got 10-6 for the Packers. They were 13-3 last year. They didn't do nothing for Aaron Rodgers offensively. They really didn't get nobody marquee offensively. I think they're going to go 10-6. They're going to pay for that. That's my opinion. Minnesota Vikings, talk to us.
Minnesota goes 8-8. I think the
8-8?
loss of Stephon Diggs is going to be pretty big.
Oh, that is big. That is big, but they got a real good rookie. I can't remember who it is off the rip, but they got a good receiver. And then they still got the other receivers. So I think they'll be all right. They'll be all right. Losing Diggs is huge. There's no way around that, but they'll be all right. They got enough guys to throw the rock to. They got a great tight end, too, over there. Also, I got 10-6 for the Minnesota Vikings. Chi-Town Bears, talk to us.
I got 9-7 for the Bears.
You know what? You hit me right on the nose with that. I also got 9-7. I think the acquisition of Nick Foles, he'll help out Trubinsky, and he'll come in some games, and he'll also win some games for them. So 9-7 is a good one. Detroit Lions, talk to us.
I got 9-7 for the Detroit Lions as well.
I got 6-10. I got 6-10 until they fix their quarterback situation. They do got weapons. They just picked up all day Peterson. I think he'll help them. Kerryon Johnson, and DeAndre Swift. I think he'll be really good. You know, teaching these young boys how to run the rock, when to run the rock, how to put the rock away. But I still got 6-10. Now we going to the South. New Orleans Saints.
New Orleans Saints, I got going 9-7.
Wow. I'm scared to ask you why because we got 3 minutes left, so we ain't got time for why. I'm going to say 12-4. I know I want to say 10-6. I want to say that, but I'm going to say 12-4. I'm going to be wrong on this one. I could be drunk, but I'm going to say 12-4. Okay, Atlanta Falcons.
10-6.
Okay, we hit that both on the nose. I think the addition of Todd Gurley, Matty Ice is hungry. If their defense can stay healthy, I know Chuck Thomas is going to say what defense. I understand that. But I think they got some guys on defense. If they're healthy, offensively, they're going to be fine. Julio Jones, etc. They'll be fine. I see them 10-6. Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
13-3.
I'm going to say 12-4. So you close. The reason why I'm going to say 12-4 is because they're going to be so much better than every other team they play. But I just think when they play those teams that are really gelled together, like the New Orleans Saints, the Seattle Seahawks, is when they'll have their troubles. But all the mediocre teams, they're going to spank. So I'm gonna say 12-4 for the Bucs. Carolina Panthers. Teddy Bridgewater ain't coming.
4-12.
Is that right? I got them 6-10. 6-10 for the Carolina Panthers. They might be 7. They you know what? They could go 7-9. If Bridgewater, he got some weapons, but they didn't get him nothing in the draft. They went all defense on draft. I'm gonna say 6-10 just to play safe, but they can't go 7-9. Okay, we going to the West. We got 1 minute. Let's close it out. Niners.
Niners, I got 9-7.
Damn. I got 12-4 for the Niners. They basically kept the same team. They lost. I understand they lost. They lost the wide receiver, but they picked up another one. They lost Forster, and they picked up somebody in the draft. Garoppolo, I think, is going to fit in better. He's going to do more, and they still got their running attack. So I'm going to say 12-4 for the Niners. Seahawks.
11-5.
Okay, 11-5, 12-4 is what I got in mind. Seahawks should do real good. They got Adams now to anchor that defense. With my boy Bobby Wagner, Seahawks will show up, and I ain't got to say nothing about Russell the Muscle. Y'all know what time it is with them. Okay, the Rams.
9-7.
Okay, I got 8-8 for the Rams. 9-7, not too much of a difference. You're making sense on these last two divisions. I don't know where your mind was at in the first two divisions, but the last two, you right there with me. and the Arizona Cardinals to close it out.
I think they're going to go 9-7 as well.
Yeah, I'm going to say 8-8. Kyler Murray, Hopkins, Fitzgerald bringing that knowledge. Jones, Chandler Jones on defense. I just think they in a rugged division, and it's going to be hard for them to shine right now. They will have their days, but right now it won't be. They'll go 8-8, 9-7 max, but they're not going to make that much noise because this division is just too effing tough. And with that, thank you, Gambino. We'll get back to you. I'll talk to you real soon. TGI Friday. Don't drink and drive, brother. We'll talk real soon.
Be safe.
Okay, brother. That's Jesse Gambino with the NFC updates. Last week we did we did AFC last week. We did NFC this week. So we kind of covered the football predictions. So hopefully all of y'all got what we thinking. Okay, we got one more caller. I can't believe this hour's already done, man. I'm going to have to start trying to make this 2 hours, man. Where my paper at? Oh, here we go. It's all right, B4. That's why we got the replay. Now, I'll be mad at you if you don't get to the replay. King Felix in the building. What's going on, OG?
Hey, what's going on? How you doing, my brother?
Okay, I'm going to put you on the spot, King Felix. I didn't want to do this, but this is the Al York Sports Show. I don't know no other way to do it. I got a Hall of Fame. I got a Hall of Fame segment. I think you're the right guy to handle my Hall of Fame on guys that should make it or should not make it. I also had another nominee, but he don't really got time, and that's my man Big Hump. Between you and Big Hump, I would have loved to have both of y'all take over this topic, and hopefully in the future, Humpty could get time and he could give you some Fridays off. Would you agree?
I agree, man.
Yeah, okay now. So we're going to get right to it. Don't worry. You're going to get your 10 minutes. Even if we go into overtime, we got 7 minutes. The Hall of Fame question of the day is Dale Murphy, played Atlanta Braves a lot of years, is he a Hall of Famer or not? Give your reasoning, give your why you against it, and then close it out if you think he gets in. Talk to us.
All right. Well, Dale Murphy, what I think about is he played on some shitty ass Atlanta Braves teams, man, back in the days. Well, Dale Murphy, he was the fifth pick in the first round back in '74. So anytime you get a guy drafted that high, you want him to step right into the lineup in a couple of years, and he did that. So,
Felix,
he was.
Felix, can I say one thing? I forgot to throw one thing in there. Copy?
Copy, go ahead.
The stage is yours. He had almost 8,000 at-bats, over 2,100 hits, 398 home runs, 265 average, almost 1,200 runs scored, almost 1,300 RBIs, 161 stolen bases. His OBP was 346, played 18 seasons, 2 MVPs, 7 All-Star appearances, 5 Gold Gloves, no championships, and like you indicated, 5th overall pick by the Atlanta Braves in the 1974 draft. Talk to us, Felix.
All right, I'm gonna give you some accomplishments besides the numbers that you said. Dale Murphy, like I said, he played on some bad teams. He really didn't have support up and down that lineup.
On guard.
I think he played on 3 winning teams, and I think the only team he ever made the playoffs with was '82. But also, I think one of the biggest accomplishments, one of the biggest, achievements is that people don't know. This guy played 162 games, 4 straight seasons, man. From '82 to '85, he was Iron Man. He didn't miss a game, and today's time, somebody's on the DL every other day. But that's a great accomplishment. Now, for me, like I tell you, it's my opinion. Every sports is great. You debate. Everybody has their own opinion. I always feel that nobody's wrong. Everybody has a justification for their case. But look, remember this: he's been on the ballot since '99. From '99 to 2013, the highest he ever got in as far as percentage is 23%. You need 75% to get into the Hall of Fame. So he's far off, man. And
Okay,
then in 2007.
Let me intervene real quick because you're making a lot of great points, Felix. But if I don't intervene, you're going to keep going, and then I'm not going to get to my question. Is that all right?
Yeah. Go right ahead.
Listen, I like that Iron Man. I love that. This is why you're doing this segment, because you're pointing out stuff a lot of people do not acknowledge and don't see. And Humpty's another one that finds this information. That's why we got to get Humpty on the show also. One thing I could say that already terminated him. Once I see 18 seasons from a guy that I thought was a power hitter, and you got 398 home runs. You didn't even reach 400 home runs. I think if he would have clipped 500 home runs, I think he's in, even though his average is 265. Would you agree with me or not? Or not?
Totally. Listen, he played 18 years in the major league. That's for me longevity. So, he's under 400 homers. If he had 500 homers, he'd get in. I think the reason he doesn't get in is because of his batting average. It's a low average. And I just want to point out one thing here. There's a baseball player that has identical numbers as him, played even 2 less years. But this player is a career 300 hitter. 4 years he got over 200 hits. 7 times he batted over 300. And he's in the Hall of Fame. He got less homers, and that's Jim Rice. So I think the average is something
Jimmy Rice,
that
baby,
they look
Boston Red Sox left fielder.
That's right. And so for me, like I said, if you hit 265, 250, and you don't have 500 homers, you ain't getting in.
Okay, hold up.
The batting average.
Hold up. People's what he's saying, because Felix, he's an aficionado with this. Basically, you got to get 500 home runs if you're not hitting over 300, man. That's just the bottom line. It don't matter how nice of a person you are, how many people loved you. You got to at least have either or, either the batting 300, and you also kind of have to have longevity also, right, Felix?
Exactly. I mean, exactly. Like I said, you can get by with a 280 average, 290, but you got to have at least close to 3,000 hits and at least 500 homers or close.
Right.
Like guys like Eddie Murray hit 287, Kyle Yastrzemski hit 285, but those guys had 3,000 hits and a lot of homers. Right. I think what hurts Dale Murphy is his batting average.
Yeah, I got a question. A guy said, "What's his WAR? What's Dale Murphy's WAR?"
Dale Murphy's WAR. His let me tell you this. Offhand, I don't remember what his WAR was, but I'll tell you this: what killed Dale Murphy was that from 88 to 91. He declined, man. And those 4 years, he batted like 238. He had 86 homers. There was a time that everybody talked to him as a Hall of Famer.
I thought that too. Felix, growing up, I thought he was a guarantee Hall of Famer, Dale Murphy.
Yeah.
Dale Murphy was Mr. Atlanta Brave to me.
Listen, what happened? He declined, man. He went to a stretch where his skills went down, man. And then after that, he was a role player. But like I said, from the years 88 to 91, man, he batted 238, man. His OPS was 715. So that's not going to get it done, man.
Okay, let me add more things to what you're saying. You emphasized that they had a real bad team, correct?
Exactly.
Okay, let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you why it's good to play for a good team. When you got other good hitters in front of you and behind you, what that means is they got to pitch to you, correct?
Correct.
Murphy really never had nobody. If I'm correct, did he have Bob Horner with him? Bob Horner was probably the best hitter he had in the lineup with him, and maybe Claudell Washington. If I'm correct, you need to have great players around you because you get pitched to, and they got to throw you fastballs, because if they don't, then the guy behind you can kill him. That's why I think Manny Ramirez and David Ortiz did so good, because they will bat them behind each other. So you got to pick your poison. Murphy had nobody
Correct.
really in front of him, which means they could do some all day. They could do some on a 3-0 count, and he's swinging 3-0, and they throwing curveballs at him because they wasn't scared of the guys behind them. You see what I'm saying? To me, that
Exactly,
worked against
exactly.
them, and I'm not justifying for them. That's just the way baseball is. When you got a great team, they got to pitch to you, bro. They have to pitch to you. And I don't think Murphy was pitched to like a lot of these other stars that had great players around them. That's why I think the average was so bad. That's just my opinion. You take it off from here and on, brother. We got 2 minutes before we close out to make it the overtime I owe you. You got 2 minutes. Go ahead, baby.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good point. Exactly what we're talking about. If you play on weak teams and you're the best hitter, the best player, they're gonna pitch. They're gonna pitch to you. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna pitch around you. You don't have that protection. But also, I just want to, another note is this. 2017, the ballot put him back on the Hall of Fame on the list, and there's 16 voters. All you need is 12 to get in. And he only got 7, man. And
I think that's a crime, man. I really think it's a crime. I'm not an Atlanta Brave fan. I never was. I liked them when Bobby Cox had that run. I just respected it. But Dale Murphy, come on, man. Dale Murphy has to be a fucking Hall of Famer, man. But, like I said, these writers got their ways of doing it. The 500. It's just sad. I think certain guys should get in without, implicating those numbers right there, off the top. But you know what? It is what it is. He's not in. He's not going to get in. But I'm a true guy of saying that Dale Murphy should be in the Hall of Fame. Now, I think you have a different opinion. That's my opinion. What's your opinion? And before we hang up, I want to hear Humpty's and Chuck Thomas' opinions also. Go ahead, Felix. What's your opinion whether he should be in or out?
Well, overall, like I said, the batting average is what does him in. I think if he had a higher average, his numbers changed, and that's the reason he's not in. But like I said, he was an above-average player. He was a good player, borderline to great player, and I hope he does get in because I like the guy, but in reality, I don't think he will. So it's a no.
Yeah, I think I get him in via the intangibles. That's how I get him in. I get him in being the best player on his team, the love he had for the game, the way he played the game. It's just so many things he brings to the game that's not on black and white. And I think you kind of have to put that in sometimes. These writers kill me with all these fucking on number shit, man, because there's just some guys that are just great. And to me, Murphy was great. He wasn't great for long, but he was great, and he was just, he's a baseball. Like, I would teach my son how to play the game like Dale Murphy. And that's how I'm going to leave this whole conversation. And I'm going to say I would have had him in. You said no. Felix Jacino, thank you once again on your opinions. I love what you bring to the table. Any last words before we hang up with you, Mr. King Felix?
I want to thank you for having me again, my brother. Keep doing your thing. And I want to say that I agree with the caller 2 callers ago about sports and politics. I totally agree with that, man. I love sports, and sports takes me away from all that stuff. And for sports to be involved with politics, I don't like it either.
Okay, that's good to hear. That's Mr. Greg Drake, who really turned it up today. He definitely threw a swerve at the show, which I love when guys bring something that we're not expecting. And great job as always, King Felix. You always bring it on the Al York Sports Show. And with that, TGI Friday, no drinking and driving, and enjoy the weekend with your new beautiful girl, dog. Peace, man. Okay, Felix. Okay, brother. All right, guys. Real quick, do you guys think he should get in or not? Put it on the comments. If I don't get to y'all now, I'll read them out, I'll answer them, etc. I know Humpty's saying he's comparing him to Bill Mazeroski, if I'm saying his name correct. Thank you, Chuck Thomas. Thank you, everybody that contributes. Enjoy your weekend. TGI Friday. Stay tuned for the 15 quickest minutes of sports on Tuesday. And like I said, if you're doing anything, sales, selling picks or whatever it is, inbox me. We'll work on something. I'll put you on all these platforms. I'll get you out there. Let's make this happen. Thank you guys for another session, open sessions. God bless y'all, and I'll see you on Tuesday. One love. Salute to Fat Joe with this classic, man. Like I told you, I'm always going to put those classics up, man. One love, y'all. Keep your heads up, man.